Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Steph from the High Moving Podcast, and more fallout after last night's game in Golden State. The Warriors lost to the Nuggets after blowing an 18-point lead in the fourth quarter, and one of their young up-and-coming players, Jonathan Kuminga, reports that he has lost faith in Steve Kerr, basically in his development. You know what I'm saying? And look, Kuminga has lost faith in Kerr after loss to Nuggets, right? Frustrations continue to build for the Warriors, and now it appears one of the young stars is not happy with his role. The young forward, citing, this is from The Athletic, Shams reporting, citing sources close to Jonathan Kuminga, that the young forward has lost faith in Coach Steve Kerr, no longer believes he will allow him to reach his full potential. After sitting for the final 18 minutes of Thursday night's loss to the Denver Nuggets, Golden State Warriors for Jonathan Kuminga, yeah, lost faith, blah, blah, yeah. Okay, man. So, I mean, look, Steve Kerr has somewhat got a lot of pass in the media with this team because, number one, Steve Kerr is a decorated, not only a decorated coach, but also, highly decorated player as well, winning championships in Chicago, San Antonio, and then, coaching the Golden State Warriors and winning 4 championships, coaching arguably one of the greatest guards to ever play the game. And Steph Curry, if you consider him a point guard, I really don't consider him a point guard, but he plays position. So some people consider him, if not the greatest point guard ever. Some people like Magic Johnson. I just never put Steph in that point guard category. He's a 2 playing the point. But he's gotten a pass, right? And last season and this season, it's been bad, right? And he never really handled Draymond Green correctly. Okay. He hasn't really modified his rotations that much. Okay. And especially infusing the young talent in Moody and Jonathan Kuminga, right? And Kuminga was cooking, right? He was a +6 on the court last night. +6, 16 points in only 19 minutes of play. Doesn't play the entire fourth quarter. Steve Kerr says that he was asked why he didn't play Kuminga in the fourth, and he says it didn't feel like the right thing to do because he was sitting for a while. Right, okay, but when your offense is stagnant, that's the more reason why he's well rested. He's well rested, so he would have the energy. He's young. He's only 21 years old. To be that spark, right? Guys love it when, coaches love guys who come off the bench who bring that added energy when the team is going through a lull, somebody who can spark, add some juice to the offense and get this thing going, right? That was a perfect spot for Kuminga to come in, but Kerr didn't, right? He stuck with the Nash, Looney, not Nash, sorry, I'm stupid. He's the Curry, Looney, Thompson lineup, whatever, who else was out on that court at the time, I forgot, but wasn't good, man. And so has Kerr lost his touch, right? That's pretty much what's going on here. And look, the other day he talked to Clay, trying to get into his head, tap into that. Seemed like it was working, and Chris Paul in the lineup too, right. So look, man, is Kerr overrated as a coach, right? I know it sounds crazy. Maybe the past couple seasons he's been overrated. But if you really look at it, though, he really hasn't, you got these young players. And Steph is not going to say anything. I think Steph would love for those guys to get more minutes, right? Ease some of the pressure off of Steph and allow him to kind of lean on the young guys during these moments in the season when you're going to need Steph in the playoffs, right? Obviously, it doesn't hurt that Draymond's not there, but it's fine. You got Moody and Kuminga. Bring those guys in. Get them some run time, right? In case Draymond screws up again, those guys are ready to go. Benching Kuminga made no sense, right? And for his camp, I don't blame him, right? Can players really develop in Golden State? Young players, right? You thought that when you had Jordan Poole, you thought that was going to be another key developmental player, and it looked like he was on the uptime, and they won a championship, and Jordan Poole contributed a lot in that. And it's like, he's 22 years old at the time, got a young up and coming talented point guard, some heir apparent to Steph. Not that he'll ever be Steph, but to as his skill set at that time, and then to be under Steph, you would think like, yo, could this be the future going forward with Kuminga, Moody, all those guys, right? So Steve Kerr is struggling to coach his team, and his decision making it doesn't get a lot of criticism compared to the other coaches that teams are struggling right now. Like the Suns and like the Lakers and Darvin Ham, right? Because Steve Kerr is decorated, but we gotta look at the season for what it is right now, and it hasn't been good at all. So let me know what y'all think about all this, the latest for Kuminga's camp. Basically, he feels like his growth has been stunted and it's not getting the full trust, man. Crazy, right? Anyways, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.